The TC Kid, also with 2Ds, says, sorry man, by accident I reported. It's not really a question, okay. But I'll read it. No, I won't read it. Alright, oh, he did send in a question next. He said, where do you rank Miz as far as heel characters goes? Where do I rank him? Yeah, I mean, he's up there as far as mic skills. In-ring abilities, not really, you know. But as far as heel characters goes, his mic skills are really good. He has the ability to make the crowd boo him. And could you give me your opinion on who you think are the top 5 heels on each brand? I don't want to do it on each brand. That's just a little too much because then you go down in the lower. I'll do top 5 in the WWE. Off the top of my head, I don't like questions like this. It's a good question, but I don't like answering questions like this because like I'm thinking and I can't think of the whole roster. I might leave someone out. Top 5 heels in no particular order. I'm gonna go with top 5 heels. John Cena be one now. Alright, CM Punk, Sheamus, top 5 heels. Drew McIntyre is up there. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus. I'll put the Miz up there, and one more. Jack Swagger probably. I think Jack Swagger's up there also. So I probably missed someone on Raw. I don't think I did though, but that's probably my top 5 in no particular order though. Alright, Crackho Bitch asked, how many wrestling shows have you been to total? I already answered that. 3. Which shows specifically? SmackDown, as I said, 7/31/09, Survivor Series 09, and Extreme Rules 2010. Which one was your favorite? As I said, Extreme Rules is definitely my favorite. The Hart Dynasty 09. Hey, I wanted to ask if you have played any games on the new 360 Slim. If so, what do you like or dislike about the system? I haven't played any games on 360 Slim. From what I hear, I'm really a big video game fan, so I read up a lot about it. It's essentially the same system, but I did see some videos of where the 360 Slim booted up faster than the original 360. I hear that it's definitely a lot quieter. 250 gigabyte hard drive, built-in Wi-Fi, which means that you can play on Xbox Live without having the Ethernet cord or the Wi-Fi adapter. I had the Wi-Fi adapter. That thing was $100. So the fact that it's built in, that's already a good thing. And so essentially it's the same thing. I don't think there's much to dislike about it because 360 is number 1. I love 360. It's my favorite. Alright, next question from Craig. He said, hey man, first off I want to say I appreciate the hard work and effort you put into these videos. Thank you very much. I try. I'm not really good with compliments. I don't hate compliments, but you know, for some reason I always told my teachers, don't ever give me a compliment because it gets me complacent. Either that or it gets me paranoid and I'm thinking that I'm not doing something as good as I should be. But thank you for the compliment anyway. I've got a couple questions for you, one wrestling related and one not so much. Yeah, so here they are. Number 1, what do you think of Drew McIntyre? Do you think he'll be a main event wrestler one day and a world champion? I do think Drew McIntyre, if he stays long enough, will be a main event wrestler, definitely, soon. World champion a little farther out, probably, depending on whether he wins Money in the Bank. If he wins Money in the Bank, I think that he will definitely be a world champion. As far as when, I don't know how soon that'll be. Number 2, what's the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you? Interesting question. Most embarrassing thing that happened. Alright, so I went to this water park in Virginia. It's called Great Waves. I don't know if any of you have ever been there. And so I cannot swim for the life of me. Just to let you know, that is something that is so embarrassing that I can't. And so I went on this water slide. It was a fast water slide. It was one of those that it was 3 side by side and they all intertwined, and I don't even know why I went, knowing that I couldn't swim. So the water slide shot me out at the bottom, and I was shot right into the pool. And for some reason, I couldn't get my feet on the ground to stand up once I was in the pool that the water slide shot me out into. The most embarrassing part about the story was that it was only 3.5 feet of water. Yeah, I know, almost 6 feet tall, and I could not get from under 3.5 feet of water. I was like, and the bodyguard, or lifeguard, whatever you want to call him, he's just standing there. He was just like, I'm not going to help this guy. He is too tall and too old to drown in 3.5 feet of water. And eventually I got my footing, and I felt like I was going to die, but that had to be the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me. Yes, that was it. Skull Crushing Finale has 3 questions. Which do you prefer, NXT or ECW? I'm guessing by ECW meant WWE ECW or WWE CW, whatever you want to call it. I didn't care for ECW because it was just like a washed out version of Raw or SmackDown. So I'm going to go ahead and say NXT just for the simple fact that it builds new stars, so you can't go wrong with that. Who is your favorite soccer player? And you added a U in the favorite, meaning that you are from overseas, possibly. Just a quick observation. My favorite soccer player. I don't really know many soccer players. I'll name all the soccer players I know. In the U.S., I know there's Freddie Adu. There's like David Beckham. I know Cristiano Ronaldo. I guess that's his name. Is that his name? Yeah, that's it. Sorry. I don't really know many more. I know Landon Donovan. Is that his name? The guy who was on the U.S. soccer team for the World Cup. He was pretty good. Yeah. So those are who I know. I don't really have a favorite because I don't watch it too much. Which do you prefer, Roosevelt or Kennedy or Obama? Wow, politics. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna say Obama, and not because he's black, but just because I'm alive when he's in office. Roosevelt, if it's Roosevelt, isn't that the guy who stayed in office for like 12 years or something? Wasn't that him? Yeah. He's trying to become a king or something, wasn't he? No. He's trying to get us through the Great Depression, but that was a good thing. Kennedy also he got us on the moon, so there you go. Or did he? Because there's a lot of conspiracy theories about whether we actually got to the moon or not. And Obama, I'll just say because I'm alive when he's there, so I guess it's more biased because I'm alive now and he's in office now. Alright. X green X says, if you do this video before the upcoming Raw, this was back then, who do you think is the GM of Raw? I can still answer this because it hasn't been revealed. I don't know who's the GM of Raw. I don't know. I don't really even care, actually, to tell you the truth, because GMs are just, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. They do what they're told. Is it Stone Cold? It's not Stone Cold. Is it The Rock? No, it's not The Rock. Is it anybody important? Probably not. So I don't really care. Who's the GM? What are some of your ideas? What are some ideas / changes you think would make WWE better? I think WWE would be better if they came up with more compelling storylines. Now I know that's not exactly easy, but it's not going to be easy when all WWE hires. Okay, I really want to work for the WWE or creative or whatever, but I found out recently that they really don't hire people that are they hire mostly Hollywood writers for like Conan O'Brien and shows like that really don't have anything to do with wrestling. So I think a lot of the storylines that they come up with are generic fitting storylines, and then they fit the wrestling into that. And so I think WWE definitely needs to hire some people who would come up with more compelling, intriguing, thought-provoking storylines. I think that's one of the main problems on Monday Night Raw. Definitely, they're stepping away from the guest hosting would definitely make Raw better. Longer matches and more new guys. I think WWE is doing a really good job right now of pushing new guys, but I think that with all the injuries and stuff, we really need to see a stepping up of wrestling to show that the new guys are worth their spot on the shows. That would help. Mr. Rob Black, he says, now I'm wrestling questions, 3 of them. Scariest movie scene of all time. I don't watch scary movies, not because I'm scared, but just because they're just boring to me. Sorry, I hope I didn't. But I don't really like scary movies. I don't even remember the last scary movie that I watched. So I don't know. Do you believe in UFOs? I do believe in UFOs, actually. I believe they because we don't know what's at Area 51, right? What's Area 51? Where is that? Or it's in Nevada, right? Why won't the government tell us about it? Government always tries to cover up a lot of things. That's what I believe. Best sandwich. Best sandwiches. I don't remember seeing this question. Best sandwich. I don't like sandwiches. I'm just a weird person, right? The best sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly. Definitely. You can't go wrong with peanut butter jelly. Strawberry jam is the jelly that you need to use. Strawberry, not grape. Whatever the hell. People eat cherry jelly. Yuck. Apricot jelly. Yuck. Strawberry is number 1. Alright, now wrestling questions. If the moves in wrestling were done for real, like not so, theoretically, who would you pick to be the champ judged on their moveset persona? I'll divide this in two sections. Power class, probably John Cena, because he's just so goddamn strong. And then like fast and skill wise, either John Morrison or Rey Mysterio, because they're just like so fast that they can really pull off a move from anywhere. You can't catch them. Number two, in your mind, has the creation of TNA affected the WWE and the direction they are in now? I think WWE would not admit it, but I think the TNA definitely has affected how WWE has carried out a lot of the stuff that happens on their programming. Definitely. You got to be the Raw guest host / manager. Your lineup would be